to a different place?
Go, yeah.
One thing that then raises is the support from the Department of Local Government. A lot of our, some of the issues that we've looked at are that a lot of that has disappeared in the past 10, 15 years, pushed more onto Walda, and councils are, who might need the support of what do I need to know about running a business, where do they go to now? Could the department do that? Should the department do that?
Well, look, I think my view is that the department's got two types of roles. One's an advisor role and one's a regulatory role. I think while they are different, I think both of those roles can be fulfilled by a department operating effectively. I don't think they are completely mutually exclusive, although you'd have to be careful. But the other point that I'd make is that I've said to departmental officers, particularly when I've had senior roles in local government professionals, look, if a local government, a small local government's suffering and in need, I can potentially help them. You know, I've got close to 700 staff. You know, I've got a range of experts in numerous areas. The problem is I don't know who's in need and exactly how they're in need. And one of the points that I make to the department is that the department's probably in the best position to identify where the need is, because you've often got CEOs who don't necessarily know they've got a problem. You know, like if you're running a small local government, you might just not know what you don't know. And quite often as well, if you know you've got a problem, you've got to be fairly confident to admit that you've got a problem and ask for help. A lot of people might try and bluff their way through with fingers crossed. Not saying that, but it will always happen. And so my argument has been to the department, you know, like if you know I've got a really good finance section and you find a small local government the other side of the sky, wherever, that's got some financial issues, if you can't help them, we'll put them in contact with me and I'll see what my guys can do to try and help. And it's been very difficult because we haven't ever received, you know, I've never got, this local government needs help. It's generally, they all need help, which I sort of put my hand on my head and say, well, I can help one or two, but I can't.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like you need partner relationship type
so
thing, the little one with a big one.
Yes, indeed. And there is some of that goes on, and you know, and there are a number that have got sort of solid linkages. But I'd like to see a system whereby, if a small local government's trying to do something like a commercial enterprise, you know, that the department might be there and say, look, we can help you, or we know that, you know, one of the local governments represented around this table has been active in that space. Why don't you go and talk with those? They can show you how to prepare a business plan, how you'd go and scope the finances out, how you'd deliver the project. So they're entering the project with the best possible knowledge and the best possible, therefore, chance of success. Because that's what we really want. We want them, because they're serving our communities. We don't want them to fail in what they're doing. So.